Hi, I'm Josh from CertaUPS. Today we're going to be taking a look at the C200 unit. So the C200 is a line interactive UPS and it comes with a pure sine wave output. It is available in 3 different variants, so you've got a 1 kVA, a 1.5 kVA and a 2 kVA. So typically the C200 will be backing up applications such as CCTV systems, EPOS systems and small business networks. And a couple of the key features on this unit are the cold start, the USB connectivity and the LCD display. The operating temperatures for the UPS itself are between 0 and 40 degrees and the battery's operating temperature is around 20 to 25 degrees. The reason we say 20 to 25 degrees is to ensure peak performance and also ensure that you enhance the design life of the battery. So the design life of the battery itself is 3 to 5 years and the UPS has a design life of around 5 to 7 years. So when receiving the unit itself, it is important to just take a quick look around the outside of the box just to see if there's any sort of indication that the unit could have been dropped in transit, just ensuring that all the seals, the tape across the top are still intact. Another thing to always look for on the box is any sign of water damage. If there is any sign of water damage, I would definitely recommend that you speak to your supplier as soon as possible to get that investigated. So what we'll do now is take a look at what actually comes with the unit. So you'll get your input lead and your output lead. You'll get the USB connectivity. You'll get the software on the disc. You get the warranty card and also the user manual. And then you'll get your telephone patch lead. Avoid excessive heat and humidity. And also please ensure it's not been in contact with any types of fluid. Also on there we recommend that you allow 20 centimeters of space around the unit for unrestricted airflow. So step 2 on the manual is connecting to mains power. So we say plug in the UPS into an electrical outlet that doesn't share a circuit with any other heavy electrical loads. And also we recommend that you charge the UPS for at least 6 hours prior to use. So point number 3 is just about connect equipment. So connect critical equipment to the battery back outlets. So these are supported automatically when a mains failure occurs. Connect equipment that only needs surge suppression to the surge protected outlet. So you can see on there is one that's on the back of the UPS specifically for surge protection. And then we've also got please do not connect scanners or printers to the battery backed outlets. That is because printers and scanners have a high power draw when they initially start up, so we'd have to take that into consideration when sizing a UPS. Number 4 is about connecting modem, phone or network for surge protection. The next stage is the communication port. So to allow for unattended UPS shutdowns and startups and status monitoring, connect the communication cable between the UPS and USB port on your PC. With the monitoring software installed, you can then schedule UPS shutdowns and startups and also monitor status through the PC. The next point is on software installation. So with every C200 there is a software disk, but also on there you can get it on our website at www.CertaUPS.com/downloads. So the next point is powering on and off the UPS. So for the C200 unit, it doesn't have a full control panel. So all it allows is for the on and off button. So obviously once you've pressed the UPS button in, the UPS will be on, and then once you release that button, the UPS will turn off. You've then got a breakdown of the front panel and back panel, and then the bottom is the troubleshooting. So there's just a few things there where if nothing is displayed on the front panel, that can be one of three things. So that could be a low battery, it could be a battery fault, or it could be that the UPS is not turned on. And then the solutions to them would all be to the right hand side. You've also got alarms continuously sounds when the mains is normal. That means that the UPS is overloaded. But you'd know to check the front screen to see if there's a flashing icon on there. When power fails, backup time is shorter. So the UPS is overloaded or the voltage is low. There could be a battery defect for that as well. The mains is normal, but UPS is on battery mode. That means that the power code is not correctly into the UPS. You've then got the back page, which is all the important safety warnings. These will all be appearing on your screen now. So what we'll do now is take a look at the unit itself. So when powering on the UPS, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to click the main control button on the front. This will then turn the UPS on. And then coming to the back of the UPS, you'll get your input lead. And that'll go into the outlet which says input. And then you'll plug in to your UK mains outlet. That will click to tell you that you're now on mains power, and the front display will look like this. So looking at the back of the UPS, you've got 4 C13 sockets, 3 of which are UPS outputs and 1 which is surge protection. You've then got your input, you've got the USB communications port, you've got the modem telephone network surge protection. So what we'll do now is take a look at the LCD display. So first thing to look at is at the top left of the display is your input voltage. And to the opposite side, the top right, you've got your output voltage. Now in the middle of the screen, in the top centre, you can see the current says AC mode. Now what that's telling you is that at the minute the UPS is actually on mains power. So what we'll do now is unplug the UPS from the mains power so you can see the battery mode. So as you can see now, bottom centre, the UPS has come up in battery mode, so this is letting you know that you're no longer on mains power. So if I plug this back into the mains power, what you'll see is the UPS will then switch back to AC mode. Now to the bottom left of the display, you've got your battery capacity indicator. If this is at any point flashing, this can indicate that the battery is low. And to the bottom right of the display, you've got your load level indicator. Again, if this is ever flashing, it can indicate that the UPS is overloaded.
Hello, this is Joe. Today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to install and use the ViewPower software for the CertaUPS C200 range. So first of all, you're going to need to download the software either from our website or from the included disk. Next, you're going to have to extract it. After that's done, if you go into the new folder and just double click on the install ViewPower HTML windows.exe, you might have to click more info and run anyway. So after a few minutes, the software will have finished installing. You can click next, 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 and install. Okay, after that's completed, if you want to go ahead and press done, you'll find a new icon on your desktop that says ViewPower. So if you go ahead and double click on that, you'll notice a new icon in your system tray down here. It'll automatically load the browser up, which is how you access the software itself. If you lose this browser window, you can always go back down to your system tray, double click on the icon again, and it'll load back up again, just like that. The first time you've launched the software, it might take a minute or so to fully launch. After it's finally done that, you'll be presented with this screen. As you can see right now, there's no UPS connected, so I've got no information, and can't click on this UPS info, there's no information there. So next step is to go ahead and plug your UPS in. There's a USB cable provided in the box, so if you plug one end into the back of your UPS and the other end into a free USB port on your computer. And after a few seconds, it automatically recognises the UPS and starts monitoring. And here you can see the UPS is in line mode, the output voltage is 243 and the input voltage is 241. Okay, so next I'll take you through the settings on the software. First, you're going to want to log in at the top right up here. By default, you're logged in as guest, where you can read only. So if you press login, the default username is administrator with a capital A, and the default password is administrator with a lowercase a. Press login. You can see once you've logged in, you've got the option in the top right to change your password, so you need to write the new password and confirm it. You can also reset it if you've got it and you're already logged in. You can change the language settings up here to any of the supported languages. So in terms of setting for the C200, there's not actually many settings you can change via the software. It's all mostly automatic. So I'll take you through the tabs at the top. First, you've got history. So if I just turn the UPS off, you hear the beep noise, which means it's gone into fault condition, and then turn it back on. Now if I've set the date correctly up here and then click browse, you'll see that event what I've just caused there, which means AC failure. So next we're going to go to set real-time control. By default you want this as on, but you can choose to make the UPS do a scheduled batch test and stuff like that. Alarm control is what turns the buzzer on and off. So as you noticed earlier, when I turned the power off, we've got a beeping sound. If I press off there and confirm, it'll say successful. And then if I turn the power off again, go back to the main screen, you see we're in battery mode here. There's no beeping sound that time. You can't change that from the UPS itself, just through the software. So I'm going to go back ahead and turn that back on. Turn the UPS back on. Also from this screen you can start a battery self-test, which should identify if there's any problems with the internal battery. So I'll check that now. Press start, confirm. And if we go back to the info pane, you can see here we've still got mains, but the load's been started by the battery. And after 10 seconds, transfer back onto the bypass. There we go. If you click history and then browse again, you'll see there's no battery issues there, but you can see that self-test has started and it's completed without any events. If you want to delete this history, you just press delete all and then confirm. Likewise, you can export it like this to an Excel spreadsheet. In terms of settings for the UPS, that's everything. Okay, so just to summarise, in normal operation, you should be presented with a screen like this. In UPS information up here, you should have line mode, and there should be no audible beep coming from the UPS. You can see you've got input voltage, you've got output voltage, and you can see the load as well, which has got a little bit of load on right now, just for the purpose of the test. Fault conditions, so we're going to turn the UPS off. It's the easiest fault to produce. You can hear the beeping noise from the UPS. You can see the UPS information as turned in battery mode. And as you go to your history, you can press the browse button and you can see the fault conditions here. Going back to the overview screen, you can also see this information presented in different ways. So if you go to the UPS info, you can see battery capacity going down there to 99% and your load levels now dropped to 2. But this is essentially the same information as that's what's on this screen, but with different graphs. You can also go to diagram and see like a historic version, so you can just see there, it updates every second, so it gives you the last minute. There we go. See the output voltage dropped slightly there from 229 to 2.8. The easiest way to check the battery life is by looking at this box down here. You'll see it's got voltage and capacity. You don't really need to know what this voltage is, just have a look at what the capacity is. So you can see here it's 92%. So most of the settings that you'll need to find are in here. There's not that many because it's quite a simple UPS. There are some advanced settings up in the UPS menu to the top left here. So if you go configuration and then email, you can set up the software to send out an email address to anyone you choose when the UPS goes into fault condition. You'll need to enter your email address details here, username, password, and then on this side here you'll enter the usernames that you want to send the emails to. After you've done that, press apply. If you go to UPS menu, configuration and event action, you can see the individual events which cause an email to be sent or an SMS or a notification. So you can see, just for example, if I click on AC failure, it writes the event to the log. You can choose it to trigger or not trigger the computer alarm, pop a warning dialog, or broadcast. In addition to this, you can see email as well. So I'll just press trigger the computer alarm and apply. We'll also click broadcast, apply. And we're just going to go ahead and close this browser window and then turn the UPS off. And you can see you get a message pop up on the screen saying input event AC recovery. So I'll just turn the power back on. And you'll get this alert regardless of whether you've got the browser open or not, as long as the software is running in the system tray down here. So I'm just going to close that and double click on this again to bring the software up. So you can choose at what point the UPS decides to shut down the host machine. So to do that, we go to UPS menu, UPS settings, and we're going to want to go to local shutdown. So there's various different ways you can shut down the UPS. So we'd recommend to put it onto this one down here. So this will shut down the host machine when the battery is 30% or less. The top one's good if you've got a very low load and you know the UPS will definitely last over that time, but if you can't guarantee it, the best way is with the capacity of the battery. So if you scroll down, you can choose to shut down the machine immediately or give you a prompt. You need to set these settings as per whatever your IT policy is. But once you've chosen whatever you need, you can just click apply. If you're not logged in, you'll need to click, it'll prompt you to log in again, you can just press login there. There's a few more settings which might be of note. So the view status is exactly the same as this one up here. You can change the date format to whatever you want. You can change the temperature unit to centigrade or Fahrenheit. But other than that, that's most what you'll need to know for this machine. Okay, so finally, once you've done your settings for your UPS and you're happy that you've set your email up and your shutdown settings correctly and you're happy with how to read all this information, you can just go ahead and press log out, confirm, and finally close your browser. You'll notice the software is still running in the system tray down here.